Hey guys, today we will be exploring together this scary loop over items node. It's not really that scary because it's actually pretty simple. I don't know why people always mess it up. But we will be going through it in this video and explaining every part of it. So let's begin. First of all, how to add the loop over items node in your workflow. It's pretty simple. Either press tab or right click and click on add node. And then look for loop over items. Click on it. And then it will give you this placeholder here with the loop over items node. So the first thing you may notice here is it has two outputs, the done and the loop output. So for the done, it's pretty self-explanatory. It means when the loop is done. And the loop output, it means when the loop is still looping over the items that we have passed as an input. After this, we will find this replace me node, which is basically a placeholder for your nodes or for the nodes you want to include inside your loop. So let's say you are iterating over multiple items of an array. You want to, let's say, add each row to Google Sheets, for example, or treat each item on its own separately. This is how to add the loop over item node. Let's explain now what it actually does. So yeah, let's say we are passing the out of this code node here to the loop over item. And then let's say we have like an add row here. Let's say that we have an append row in sheet. Replace this one here. We are trying to create rows from the items of this code node inside the sheet. So let's say this is outputting a array and we trying to take each item of the array and append it into a Google Sheet. So all we have to do is just place the Google Sheet node here, take the loop output of the loop over items and link it to the Google Sheets. This one will be adding each item to the Google Sheet. And of course, we will have to pass in the output of the last node in our loop back to the input of the loop. So we are creating like a circle or a chain, which is our loop here. And then of course, after we are done, we can create or do whatever we want. So let's say, for example, let's add the do nothing node. So yeah, when we finish appending all the rows, let's do nothing. Or we can output a message or whatever we want. Just a quick illustration on how this works actually. So let's imagine this is our array. Our array has 4 items. The output of the code gives us this array. So what this will do is it will take this whole array here as the output of the code node. So it will take item by item. So this item will go through the loop, pass in here, gets appended to the Google Sheet, and then goes back. And then it will go out and we will check we still have items in our array or no. If we still have items, the next item will be passed into the loop. Same thing, we check and then we check for the last item. Alright, now we have finished our 4 items. We will not enter the loop output again, but we will go through the done output. So it will be doing nothing basically. So this is how it actually works inside. Let's now explore the actual configuration of the loop item. So if we open this, we will find pretty simple config. We have the batch size here. What this means is now it's 1. So it means that it will go item by item. If we change this to 2, for example, we will have 2 batches of 2 items. So this one will be treated as a batch. So we are basically gonna split the number of items inside the array by 2. So we will pass in these 2 together, append them, and then pass in these 2 together and append them. If we put it to 4, for example, this one will be 1 batch. So it will be passed together and it will be treated as a singular batch of 4 items. So yeah, this is an illustration of how it works and the configuration of it. Now let's go to an actual real world example in a workflow. So I have created this example workflow, which we have like created a set field. Here I gave it the field numbers, which is an array of numbers from 1 to 5. And then we have created the split out node in which we'll be passing the numbers field that we have created inside the set field here, which will be taken this array here and splitting it into multiple items. So notice how it was 1 item here, which is 1 array. And then we got 5 items out of it, which is 1 on its own, 2 on its own, 3 on its own, 4 on its own, and 5 on its own. So now we have 5 items. We will be going through all of these 5 items one by one and iterating over them. So for this, I have created inside the loop node a code node which will be taking each item and doubling it. So it will be times 2 here, and then we will return the double value. So it will take the 1, time it by 2, it will output 2. So our array didn't end yet, so we'll take the 2, double it, and then we will continue with the rest of our items until we reach the 5, which will give us a 10. Then we will finish our items, so we'll pass through the done node, which is connected to an aggregate node. So we'll be taking all of the doubled values here and aggregating them into a singular array list that we have created, which is called data. So if I go ahead and execute this, As you can see in the output here, we will find one array of the doubled value. So before it used to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we aggregated it into a single array of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, which are the doubled values of the previous items that we got. This has been it. Just a quick reminder, we will not actually need the loop over items in many use cases, especially in N8N, because by default N8N, for most of the nodes, it will iterate automatically over the item, so we don't need the loop over items node. It will be automatically done. So let's say we have 5 items here. If we have an append row node for Google Sheet, we don't need this node actually, the loop over items node. It will iterate directly over each one of them and append them, which is a cool feature inside N8N. It will iterate over the items automatically. So yeah, guys, this has been it for the explanation of the loop over item. I hope it has been clear and you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We will leave you this example workflow so you can test it out on your own inside our free community, of course, along with many other assets for our previous videos. So feel free to check that out. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will be seeing you in the next tutorial. Goodbye.